Let's look at the basic structure that Elliott proposed. And looking at, you can see a fairly complex structure where we have an extended third wave. Now, within traditional Elliott wave, everything comes in fives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 makes a wave 1. We see a correction, another 5 waves, and that is another wave 1, a wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. So that is an extended wave 3, a wave 4, and a wave 5 of sorts. So that is the basic idea behind the Elliott structure of looking for 5 waves and looking at the terminal points. Now, a lot of the time, it's very nice to draw these 5 waves, but it's not always obvious. And I found very definitely that sometimes you'll get waves where you don't expect them to be, and I can prove that in the S&P. What I want to do, though, is show you where I started to find out how things actually work. Let's take away the traditional Elliott count and put in how I see things moving. Now, I'm drawing here the waves, again, the 5 wave moves, 5, 5. I'm using the same structure, all 5 waves. Now, within this, you see I'm drawing across the 5 wave moves all the time. Except here, you can see, as you will see, if you've ever tried to read waves, they're not always clear. Now, what I found was the wave relationships lie within the 3 wave moves related to each other. So this 3 wave move to this 3 wave move and this 3 wave move. I found that this 3 wave move was related to this 3 wave move, and this 3 wave move was related to this entire move. So what I did was begin to count it differently. And I basically said, well, I'm going to look at this within the Dow theory point of view and say, we're going to see an ABC in wave 1, a correction in wave 2, corrections I have done, made no changes to them at all. And then a 3 wave move in wave 3, the corrections, and a 3 wave move in wave 5. And that is where I see the wave relationships. Now this covers the point where we don't have extended waves in a harmonic Elliott wave. The structure remains exactly the same throughout. Now what can happen as well are failed fits. So here is a double extension. Excuse the letters, the numbers being a little bit away from the chart. I'm going to fill those in. Basically, the 5 wave moves again. 5, 5, 5, always 5 going up. Okay? A 1, 2, a second 1, 2, a third 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make this wave 3, this wave 4, wave 5, in the curly brackets, wave 3, wave 4. Now, the wave 5 didn't reach the previous wave 3. So the idea is there, that is where the failed fit came from. Well, if you look at the harmonic structure, what you'll find is that it fits in pretty well. So you have a wave 1, a wave 2, 3 wave 3, wave 4, 3 wave 5, great, it's finished, and then it just didn't get up to the top. So actually what had happened is an ABC X, or maybe if somebody counted it in a different way, it could have been an A, B, C, something like that. So the failed fit, in the way I see things, is really a byproduct of the wrong structure being used. It doesn't change any of the rules that Gonçalo has already mentioned in terms of wave 1. Wave 2 can never retrace more than wave 1. That's very logical. Wave 4 doesn't retrace beyond the limit of the wave 1, the peak of wave 1. And wave 3 is never the shortest. In my book, almost always wave 3 is the longest. I have noted that sometimes you get a very long wave 5, but it's not that often. So here you see now there is a standard wave structure all the time. There's no change to it. It is basically 3, 3, 3. I've had several people write to me saying, but if you're looking at this, an ABC, that could be an X, ABC, X, ABC, how do you know when you're getting a trending move or when you're getting a corrected move, a triple 3? And the answer lies in ratios. Well, this is the key behind Harmonic Elliott Wave. And I'll show you an example of this, a real life example that actually completed today. I was quite delighted. It's a very appropriate day to hold this webinar because it's worked perfectly. It's ratios. And it's also alternation. Now, in traditional Elliott Wave, just to cover alternation first, the theory is that if you get a simple wave 2, you will get a complex wave 4. And it's basically that. Or if you have a complex wave 2, you have a simple wave 4. In Harmonic Elliott Wave, there is an extra added feature that I find exceptionally useful and actually quite powerful. And that is, if you get a shallow wave 2, you'll get a deep wave 4. If you get a deep wave 2, you'll get a shallow wave 4. What's more, you will find that the sum of the ratios of wave 2 and wave 4 will center around 100%. So if you have a 38% wave 2, you can have a 50 to 58% wave 4. If you have a very deep wave 2, say 90%, you may only get about 14% in wave 4. It depends on where what you're currently looking at, whether you're in a trending move or whether you're in a corrective move. Because obviously 5 wave moves within the harmonic structure will only make 2 waves, a wave A or a wave C. They're the only 5 wave moves in the structure is a wave A and a wave C. Everything else is done in 3s. So what you will find is within a trending move, a very strong trending move, you will find that the sum of wave 2 and wave 4 is closer to 80%, 80 to 90%. If you're in a corrective move, within a triangle or something like that, you can get the sum of wave 2 and wave 4 getting to more between 100% and 120%. If you get a very, very deep wave 2, and 95%, 100%, then wave 4 can break away from that guideline. And it is only a guideline, but it's a very powerful tool to be able to recognize waves. Now, let's just get this up. The wave relationships, just to show you where they are. In a wave 1, wave C should be related to wave A. Everything logical about that. Wave 2 is obviously a retracement of wave 1. Wave 3 should be related to wave 1. Within wave 3, wave C should be related to wave A. The 2 targets, the word target for wave C should match the target for wave 3. Wave 4 should be related to wave 3. And also, in some respects, in terms of alternation, it will be related to wave 2 as well. Wave 5 should be related to the ratio from the beginning of wave 1 to the end of wave 3 and projected from the end of wave 4. And within that wave 5, the wave C should be related to wave A and match the target in wave 5.